Beautiful. Rightio.
G'day. Welcome back. You're listening to Blokes On Stage.
That you are.
Courtesy Xerox Productions. You know it. Rightio. So today we're going to have a little yarn about what we did in between our summer contracts when we were back.
Yeah, I think so.
In the beautiful land, in the sunshine state of Queensland.
Queensland in Australia.
Beautiful, beautiful Australia.
That's right. And I've got some new stuff that I want to run by it today.
You want to run by me?
Yeah, I got some things I think you might find interesting.
You reckon?
You might find funny, tickle your fancy kind of stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think once we get talking about it, people might find that stuff kind of interesting.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. We're trying to get a bit more structure about what we do, so it's not like just incoherent babble. Yeah.
Very good,
We're
yeah.
gonna try and make it a
today
little
was
different.
episode 1 uploaded.
Yeah, we uploaded
So
it.
peeps are onto that. I hope you enjoyed that. If you
Cheers for
watched
listening,
that.
Sam Henderson.
Yes,
I know you did.
We know you've watched it. And we've had some lovely comments already with support saying, I hope this podcast goes well and all that kind of stuff. So it's really nice.
Hope you're not shit.
Yeah, well,
That kind of
that
thing.
was the other kind of stuff as
Rightio.
well. I wasn't going to mention that.
Oh, look.
Anyway. Right, shall we crack on then?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, firstly, I think we need to pay our respects to Spanish beer.
Yep, San Miguel.
Cheers.
Awful.
You bought it.
Awful stuff.
All right, Oklahoma. We started in... the story starts actually in the UK, doesn't it? Because we did our auditions there. We did video submissions.
Yeah, we did.
You were in London. I was in Somerset. Down in the West Country.
The West Country.
Yeah, living with Laura and her folks.
Yeah.
Her family there. And then we were messaging about it, weren't we? Because you weren't sure if you were going to do it or not.
Yeah, I didn't know, because I didn't have a way to get anything in. I only had a phone, and literally, I didn't even have a laptop to play a track on to sing along to.
Did you have the will to do it, though?
No, absolutely not.
I think that was the biggest issue.
But we wanted to.
Yeah, and that's why I was messaging him. I said, get over here now, come to me, catch a train. I recorded all my stuff for the audition. You're going to do the same. So then you came over. It took a 2.5, 3 hour?
It was roughly 3 hours.
3 hour train.
It was awful. It was so shit.
I picked him up from the train station.
I don't like public transport as it is, especially not in a foreign country. Especially not a train. It's better than a bus, though.
I quite like trains. I think trains are alright.
Trains are better than buses.
I think they are, there's no traffic with trains, is there?
I hate buses, man.
Even those
hate 'em.
double-deckers?
I hate them.
Really?
I can't stand
I
buses.
like sitting up the top and the front.
I'm so staunchly opposed to a bus or a coach
Wow.
or anything like that.
Tell me you're a bloke from the country without telling me you're a bloke from the country.
No, well,
Probably didn't see a bus until you were 17.
Well, when I lived in Bloomsbury, I had to we had to ride the bus to school.
Oh, I see.
And I threw an apple at the bus driver's head, and he got very angry at me. It wasn't my fault. I don't know how it wasn't my fault, but I remember believing it wasn't my fault. Anyway, I took a train ride
you came over
to Somerset. And we were like, I had one song ready for the audition.
Mm-hmm.
And
what song was that?
I was fucking Carousel. Geraniums in the window.
Geraniums in the window.
Yeah, in the window. So
It's a tune.
I was like, yeah, sure. It's easy.
It works.
I know
and
it.
Suits it kind of style.
It's fine. And it's not something that everyone will be doing.
No.
At least. That'll be good. And then the next one, I was like, I don't know what to do for a second song. Then you were like, hey, man, while we're submitting them, why don't we just learn one? We'll learn one. You'll teach me the thing. Cheeky little singing lesson from my good friend, Travis Holmes. Yeah, a little singing lesson turned into about 5 hours. We lost the daylight because I couldn't.
Free of charge too. Do you know how much that costs?
5 hours. How much you charge an hour?
Minimum 100.
Dollars.
$100.
$100.
Yeah, easy.
100 Australian smackaroos.
Easy.
An hour.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that.
That's alright.
Actually, maybe I don't owe you any money because I fucked it up anyway. I still couldn't get it. In the end,
That wasn't my fault.
No, that wasn't your fault. That was my fault. But it's just too much.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Anyway,
get it.
I gave you a song. It was from The Secret Garden.
Yes. Where in the world? Great song. Great song. I love it. I might learn it properly in the future. And
well, I think it's actually a duet, technically.
Oh.
But
Something,
Can't quite remember, but
something about a carriage.
where in the world? Tell me where in the world. Ironically, that's the note that you kept getting wrong.
Yeah, it was. No, it was when it came back into that later.
Oh, really?
It was higher, and it was wrong. Always wrong.
But we got there in the end.
My instincts betrayed me.
Well,
We didn't get there in the end, but we did lose the daylight, and we
had to cut.
still had to.
Well, we stopped, didn't we?
Well, we had to film.
Yeah, and we lost daylight, so
Yeah.
there was no natural light. We don't have the prestigious setup that we have here.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
No way.
I mean, if we did, well, then it'd be no issue.
Yeah,
But it was an issue.
we would have got the parts that we were gunning for.
Well, this is true. Yeah, we didn't actually get the parts we wanted.
Yeah. Because we wanted. Initially, it was like, oh, we want.
Well, I thought it'd be cool if we did Curly and Judd.
Yeah. Well, it was like I wanted Judd anyway, and
Yeah.
you wanted Curly anyway. Then we were like, oh, that'd be cool. We'd have like a scene where we'd get to play off each other, and that would be a fun experience. And that didn't happen.
Nope.
And you know how you have those moments when you like everybody has them. Don't pretend you don't. When you want you're gunning for a role, and then you get in and somebody else does it, and then you're like you watch them for the first time like do that role, and you kind of have that little thing of like, like you're just a little bit more like you scrutinize it a little harder than you would anyone else in the room. And as soon as big old Jake just spoke, he said like 3 words. The 3 of Judd's lines, and I was like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Yeah, that's fair. That makes so much sense. Hey, that dude's a fucking weapon. He's unbelievable. So I was like, yeah, well, that's okay. We had a bit of an argument about like,
Me and you?
yeah.
About what?
About whether we do it or not, because it was like, oh,
whether we accept the ensemble tracks.
yeah, except
Right,
ensemble,
Yeah.
you know, this and that. And I was like, look, mate, I'm not. Oklahoma isn't the key to the door that is Broadway. Oklahoma is getting smashed at Redcliffe with your mates, and having a good
bit of
time,
fun.
doing a show with very, very talented people.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Like the company's great, and the people there are awesome. Company was great.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yikes.
Company was great.
Tough she shot too soon.
No, they're fine. They're doing a concert to finish it. They're all
I know.
good.
Good
Good
luck
luck
even
with
get
that.
a personal invite.
Yeah, where's the invite?
Where's the invite? Unbelievable.
Encore.
You know who did invite me and sent me wishes? Big Jimbo.
Jimbo?
Yeah. James
Wee.
Hogan.
The man.
He's the only person that reached out. I'm upset.
Really?
I'll be sending a strongly worded.
He didn't reach out
Facebook
to
message.
me. I was playing across him in Oklahoma. He didn't.
I've done 2 productions with him though.
Oh, aren't you just special?
Yes. Anyway,
I've done 2 productions full stop.
we decided that we'd have some fun. Just
Yeah.
do an ensemble. I get to do a show with Laura, my girlfriend.
Yep.
First time sharing the stage together. But then it just so happened that we weaseled our way into the leads,
Yeah.
as we always do.
The bloke playing the part that I was going to play, who, funnily enough, he's a Prossy boy. He's from Proserpine.
yeah.
Yeah. It's there were 3 Proserpine boys in that show.
That's unreal.
What's
the likelihood of
It was
that?
pretty almost 0.
But not.
Apparently
But not 0.
never 0. Low, but never 0.
Low but never 0.
And he had a leg injury, and so he couldn't go on. And so they asked me, while I was I just finished watching The Whale. Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
It's a bit of a full-on movie, and I got a little white girl drunk on the free prosecco because it was like an
Got white girl wasted.
Yeah, it was like a pre-screening, like it was coming out a bit earlier than the proper release.
Right.
And me and my mate went to it, and they were giving out prosecco, and he didn't really want it, and I was like,
Right, so you were
fucking-
doubling up.
I was double parking on proseccos, grabbing one for my mate, air quotes, and then I would just smack them, and then I had a couple of beers, and then I watched it, and I did cry. I cried like a little bitch. And then I was at home shitting, really just letting it out, letting the demons out. And then I get a message from the man, Tunza.
The director.
The director, yeah, old Tony.
Tony
Miss
Campbell.
you, Tony. I love you. Green grow the lilacs, my bro. And he said, yeah, you want to play the part? And I said, yeah, whatever, go on. And No, I didn't. I was very, very happy to play it.
Yeah, gone.
Because then that meant that is the bloke who's playing the part that you were playing.
He was going. He was leaving.
Yeah, he had to
got
go do
another
Grin
job offer.
Grin and Tonic.
Mm.
The same thing that Connor did for Les Mis when he pulled out and ran away.
Cheeky.
They're a pair of bastards,
Those
eh?
two, I tell you what.
Hate them both.
Who'd have them?
With all, no, not me.
Can't live with them.
Can live without them.
I wasn't even going to say it.
Oh, just that. Just can't live with them. Dead silence.
But anyway, then so Lockie Dodd had to drop out. So then I took over Will Parker,
Yeah.
playing opposite you as Ali Hakam. So in the end, we did weasel our way through to the leads. And I think it's probably...
This is the
It's
best
definitely
outcome.
up there for one of my favourite and most fun roles, surprisingly.
Me too. I'd never really done a funny role before.
Which is odd, because you're really funny looking. I think it's your niche, to be honest.
I think it might be.
You can't be walking around with that clown nose on and without doing comedic characters.
I've always put funny stuff in. I've always put a bit of, comedic timing in some of the things. A bit of, what is it?
Don't do that.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I
I usually play bad guys, like scary dudes.
can
because
understand that.
look
You
at
have
me.
no soul.
If you saw me in an alley, I got the dead eyes, I got the receding hairline, and I had the beard, which lends itself to,
Yeah.
scary freak that you don't trust. I look untrustworthy.
But I think
is the
those
gist.
there's those scenes between Will and Ali Hakam that can be quite difficult if not done correctly.
Yeah.
Or the timing's not, like the rhythm and the pitter patter's not there, and the inflection, because I think obviously that older stuff can be difficult to
Yeah, it
to
can be really
unpack and-
stunted.
Yeah, but I think with our relationship as it is in real life,
Yeah.
that lent itself to how the scenes came to life.
We have a pretty, I guess, unique kind of flow with the way that we banter and make
That
jokes.
scene, for example, where you're getting stuff out of Will's bag
Yes.
and trying to buy it back off him so that you can get rid of Ado Annie,
Yeah,
right? So that Will has the $50, right? Like that scene we did, the first time we ever did it was unblocked. It was
blocked by the other two guys,
players,
and
yeah.
we were focused on other stuff, and we didn't actually learn that blocking, even though we said we were gonna. But it turned out for the best, because we ended up having to.
Just do it naturally.
We're not going
see
to
what
stop
happens.
and look at it.
Yeah. It was a run, I think, one of the first
yeah,
runs.
We just had to go, and
Yeah.
so it was like, all right, we'll make it up as we go.
Yeah, and I think it's probably one of the best things that I've done. Like that natural creativity where there's no restrictions, no boundaries. It's just you and I reading each other's energy and then following or accepting an offer and giving and accepting
Absolutely.
offers.
It was excellent. There was a couple moments. There's one that really stands out to me that I loved.
Is it the one where you pulled my shoe out of my bag
Yeah.
and pretended it was a girdle?
I don't remember if it was your shoe or not. I think it was after that. We had nothing, because I remember the first time we did it, I just took your bag. I just started pulling out Travis's
Like my
shit.
actual juice bag
to
to bring to us. I had my
pulled out his laptop,
tap shoes,
his tap
like,
shoes.
my score, my water bottle.
Yeah, I was using those as props, as stand-in props, just to get a feel for what we
Getting
were doing.
stuff out of the bag and me taking it.
And the next time we did it, it was with nothing, and I thought, just the way that the lines were, I was like, this could be a funny joke, but the punchline comes from Travis.
my reaction. Yeah.
I thought of it in the middle of it, and I'm like, I can't stop and tell him, hey man, do this. And I just kind of slowly mimed pulling out whatever. We didn't have the props yet. We didn't know what it was going to be. It ended up being a corset.
Yeah.
So I pulled it out really, really slowly and just kind of screwed up my face. I was looking real confused and kind of grossed out. And you, instantly just shifted what you were doing to have, that,
That was for her to wear.
Yeah, it was great. It was just such a good, it doesn't seem like a big thing, but it was just so much fun to have that so quickly realised and played off of. That's an acceptance of an offer.
Yeah, exactly.
without really ever having. We never had to go over anything.
Not particularly. Not
We
like
just
as a
did
not like
it.
that. Yeah. Obviously lines and maybe some of the blocking that had to be blocked.
Yeah, we should have
But-
gone over some of it, like the point where I grabbed you by the back and threw you
me
into
to
the
the
ground. I didn't.
That was
mean-
super fun.
It was an accident.
We that's slightly that's later scene, isn't it?
Yeah. Adoani and Gertie are having their
They're
fight.
having a fight. That's because I've just kissed
Gertie.
your wife, new wife,
Yes.
and yeah, my missus is not happy about that.
Mm.
Surprisingly,
What do you know?
and chases her around. I go to stop her, stop my wife from killing your wife,
Yeah.
and then you're not having any of it.
No, because I want her dead.
Yeah, you do.
In real life, I also want the actress who played my wife dead. If you're listening, Chelsea Sales.
Yeah.
I stand by that. But usually after that line, like mind your own business, you turn around and you push me.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
No.
And I didn't know what to
slipped.
do.
I slipped at that night.
You slipped, and then you started walking away, and I didn't know what to do because there's supposed to be an extra beat there. So I was like, I'll create an extra beat by just fucking pummeling you into the ground, which probably wasn't the wisest choice because you had a subluxation of the shoulder.
I did at that point. Yeah, my
scored
left
from
shoulder.
Indoor cricket.
I did. Yeah, I injured myself.
Famously
playing indoor cricket.
non-contact.
Well, traditionally.
Traditionally.
Traditionally a non-contact sport. But this evening, tempers were flared.
Mm.
And I think I was targeted.
Oh, you think it
Specifically,
was...
I think it was a targeted attack.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with me being short. I think he didn't like little people.
Who does?
Yeah. But I had to hurt my shoulder, and then I landed funny on that shoulder after
Yeah.
that, and it was killing me.
Yeah, it popped back up. And you had a couple injuries in Oklahoma. I remember during the barrels, somebody scratched your eye with the hat.
Oh, yeah, the barrel rolls. Yeah.
And then there's in Farmer the Cowman. Because
Speaking
then when
of barrels, I did a hell of a lot of dancing in
you
that
did
show.
a lot of dancing.
A lot of tapping in my toes.
A lot of tapping at the toes, a lot of boogieing.
A lot of
But you looked like you were crying.
after
You
I
got
couldn't see.
hit in the... Oh, that's what... Oh, I didn't see that. I walked
Yeah, I
out.
couldn't see.
And you kind of flubbed one of your lines when you were talking to me. Like, you skipped a section. Obviously, because you're
Oh,
in
yeah,
incredible
yeah.
pain. But then you looked up at me, and you just started streaming tears out of one of your eyes and wiping them away. And I was like, no way. I was like, I didn't expect this from you to, like, flub a line
And then
in
break
front of a
down.
live audience and then start crying like
500 people in the
I messed
audience.
it up." It's like,
No.
I was like, no, you don't do that.
I couldn't even. I messed up the line. I covered it.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
fine.
we got back
it
on
was
track.
fine.
But it was just, I was in so much pain.
We didn't lose anything.
No.
Like, you missed one bit and repeated one bit, but it was fine. No one
Yeah.
cared. They're still laughing. But it was afterwards. I was like, "Hey, are you okay, man?" You're like, "Yeah, man, my eye hurts so
I cannot
bad."
see out that eye.
I was like, "Oh, thank
For
God."
like until the end of the show. I didn't really get vision back in that eye until like we got home, and I was maybe having a few beers
A few beers.
at the penthouse.
A few beers at the penthouse.
Yeah, which was a
Doubt
common
it,
occurrence.
Doubt it.
Common occurrence.
That didn't sound like us.
Yeah, we got a penthouse.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can
penthouse.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got a penthouse.
Firstly, we're blokes, and secondly,
Secondly,
we're
penthouse going,
Penthouse
wine
going.
swilling mother.
friggers.
Fuckers.
Okay.
Sorry. I couldn't think of another word.
But we did, yeah. We had a penthouse with a group of people.
Yeah,
It was a bit of fun.
I was gonna say friends, but if you want to say people, that's okay.
Oh. We could
Some of
call
them were friends. They're nice.
But that's where you first discovered, well, not at the penthouse, but during that stay at the penthouse was where you discovered wine. Red wine.
I really got a good understanding of just how excellent red wine is, because it's like, yeah,
We went out to a Italian restaurant,
yes,
and I was like, oh, Connor and I, well, Connor Hawkins,
you know who you are.
you know who you are. We both knew Italian cuisine and red wine quite well, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Connor, you can back me up on this.
Yep.
He frequents Italian restaurants. Come on.
Yeah, he does. I know.
All right. No need to laugh.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm saying. So we were like, should we just grab a couple of reds for the table? Jackson's like, I don't even know what red wine is.
Yeah.
It usually comes in a cardboard box inside his an aluminium foil bag that you hang on the washing line.
I hate goon.
All right.
I hate goon, which is why I was so hesitant to get amongst wine. Because I think I had a sip of white wine at one point. I was like, oh, this tastes like fucking goon.
So that's why.
I've done too many laybacks in my time. Too much goon of fortune.
So now, but because we got a couple of nice reds, had that with dinner, you were like, hey, this is actually a little bit of all right.
Yeah.
And now, after that night, I think we got 2 more bottles after that.
We did.
And then on the
2 more
way
bottles
home.
Each. On the way home.
I mean,
you mean at the restaurant?
Yeah, I thought we got more at the restaurant. Maybe
yeah,
we didn't.
We ended up having
4 at the restaurant.
three or
Between
four.
5 of us.
Yeah.
But
and
then,
it was mostly you and I.
Yeah, it was
smashing that wine. Which is just really quickly to throw on. We'll get back to the rest of that, but wine being so good for me, and the reason it was such a big revelation was coming home from the first contract here last year. I was so unbelievably piss fit that I went to a party.
Oh, right, yeah.
I went to...
Do you want to explain what that means?
Piss fit.
Yeah.
You drink a lot of alcohol and still stand up and think.
Yeah, but you're like your
tolerance
of alcohol is
yeah,
higher
you can just drink
because
more and you
your body's
don't.
just used to it because you're doing it a lot.
I went to a sports day party.
Like a high school sports day?
Yeah. But it was
You're going to have to explain
sports
yourself
day
right
themed.
You have to explain
So
yourself.
like we all got together, we all put on like house colours and played like drinking games.
Oh, so this is not a school thing?
No, I said
Right.
theme. It was a
right. So it's a sports day theme, just normal party.
Yeah. And we all got like smashed. We're all in our like house colours. It's heaps and heaps of fun. Hosted by the incredible Michael Bobart.
Michael Ball.
Michael Bobart.
Oh.
Much better than Michael Ball. I didn't mean that.
Hey,
I didn't mean that. Please come on the show. Michael Bobart, Waylon Kennedy, and Pagan Lee Camilleri.
Yeah.
They hosted it, and it was an excellent thing. But the issue is, so I was like, on this, I got to lose weight. I got a carton of Hans Super Dries, 3.5s, right?
Yeah. Healthy.
I had the carton.
Go on.
And then we had to go to the bottle-o and get another carton.
Oh, my God.
I had a carton and a half.
They're
of
mid-strength,
Hans
though.
Super Dries. Yeah, they're mids. But I had a carton and a half of them. And plus the shots and all the other wacky stuff. And then I ended up being one of the last standing at the party, still alive, still stood up, still thinking clearly. I didn't really feel that drunk. And I was like, this is an issue. This is a real bad thing. So, to go through that sheer quantity of beer and still be fine, and then have, 3 big glasses at dinner?
I wouldn't even say big. 250ml, standard kind of glass.
I started feeling a little silly pretty quick.
After 3 glasses. Yeah.
I tell you that, and then we had more.
But then we went on the way home. So we'd had 4 bottles between 5 of us, but probably mostly 2 of us. Then on the way home, stopped in at the bottle shop and grabbed 6 more.
At my insistence too.
Yeah.
I was really gunning
you
for
were like,
this.
this red wine, this stuff's brilliant. And so we got... It was
so
like...
good.
I think it was a 2 for... Pay for 2, get 1 free kind of vibes.
Yes, we did that twice.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and so we did that twice.
Yeah.
So then we had all of that wine. We finished... We got home, had all that wine. And then we put on... Later that night... I think we put on that... the mixed Asian box, like the frozen stuff you chuck in the oven.
Oh, the dumplings, the spring rolls.
Spring rolls, money bags, all that.
Dim
Sims into the oven later on. Because you want to know why I remember that part?
Why do you remember that part?
Because about 6 o'clock in the morning, I saw it all in the toilet bowl.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you throw up after that
Yeah.
night?
My stomach... Well, my chuck was red Asian cuisine. A dark red ruby Asian cuisine.
Gee whiz.
So, but that was a rough night then because of the sheer quantity of red wine.
What did we even do that night? Like, apart
I couldn't
from
tell
drink
you.
wine.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't really remember a lot of it.
But now you're a wine drinker.
Yeah, now I don't mind a bit of red.
Now you don't mind. You'll go out to dinner and have a glass of red. We did that not long ago.
I did it. I went and watched Motown Group at Peak Park.
Oh, yeah.
When Tomo was still here, Thomas Dimmenstein, the legend.
80s music machine.
You know it.
Uh-huh.
I went with him and I got smashed on red wine again. But the thing is, like, I can't
It's really
tell.
easy to do that.
Yeah, I can't tell what's good or bad.
Taste-wise.
Yeah, it all
Right.
kind of tastes the same to me. And all I know is I like it. Which is, it's kind of like how, I started with beer. Where it's just like, you just drink. I actually still am like that. I'll drink any beer. Put
I can
any
tell.
beer in front of me and I'll drink it. Yeah, this stuff's not nice, but hell yeah, let's go. San Miguel. I'll drink it.
That's fun.
I won't drink Great Northerns if I've got a choice. But if you're going to put a Northo in front of me, mate, like, who am I to say no?
You remember
Who wanted to
that,
say that?
obviously when we were back in Oz and we had to go get our visas in Sydney.
Yes.
We had to fly out. Right, so this is the
That's-
crazy thing.
That was the first red wine real experience in Circular Quay.
Oh, at the Italian
Yeah.
on the water.
Where we paid like $300
It was not three.
for 2 plates of pasta and 2 bottles of wine.
No, Laura's with us.
Yeah, 3 plates of pasta.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
Come on, man. Screw
But-
those ears on.
Yeah, it was a $70 bottle of wine. It was kind of like a mid to top brand. It was not
was
top
good.
top, not top top. Oh, it was mate.
It was good,
It was
man.
beautiful. It was a Chianti. I remember it.
Yeah, you just started saying words to the waiter, and I was like,
was a
yeah,
Chianti
awesome.
from
Put
the
the
Tuscan
goon in
region.
front of me.
With the goon in front.
That's all I want.
That's why Laura and I had more wine than you, because I wasn't wasting $70 worth of wine on this bloke.
And it wasn't wasted. I was feeling pretty good. I
I
had
know.
KFC
Oh,
the
that
next
was-
day. Excellent.
Anyway, I was saying
Yeah.
about the visas
Yes.
that we have to, because we're Brisbane based, so we have to send our applications to Sydney to do the visas, and then they can't. You can send your passport to them. They'll let you do
Yeah,
that,
but they
they
don't
won't
send
send
it.
it back. No,
Useless.
you got to go down and get it yourself.
That's what you get from New South Wales, though.
Oh,
isn't it?
you scumbag blues.
Had to go into enemy territory to pick our visas up.
I do like Sydney though.
I don't.
I enjoy Sydney,
I don't like it.
the harbour city.
Circular Quay's beautiful.
Yeah, I wouldn't live in the suburbs of Sydney.
Well, I probably would live more rural.
Oh,
It's beautiful out there.
not
Please
rural,
don't
yeah,
quote
not-
me on this, but it's beautiful.
yeah, the rural is, but not the
Countryside.
suburbs.
Oh,
I'd live in the city or I'd
Like
live rural. There's no way I'd live in the suburbs.
Campbelltown.
There is no way you would find me in Campbelltown.
Anywhere near Campbelltown.
Closest I went was Penrith. I played a competition down there.
Oh,
I played representing Queensland.
did you?
Yeah, futsal, indoor
Oh,
soccer. Yeah, I
how
represented
many
Queensland.
sports did you play?
I don't have enough time on this podcast to tell everyone.
Oh, aren't you just a sporting machine?
Yep,
I'll
man,
one
look
up you
at
with
me.
that one. You represented Queensland. I
Yeah.
played in the Gordon Tallis Cup in Townsville. I don't think he was there.
Of course he wasn't there.
We lost because we were running up through the ranks and we were doing really, really good. And then it was like the next team we were up against was like, it must have been like genetically enhanced 14-year-olds because they look like I do now. And it was like, well, we're not winning this one, are we, boys? And they're like, yeah, no, we're done. So we just had fun with it. Went to Sizzler, had a good time.
No longer exists
Had a
anymore.
good
Rest in
time.
peace, Sizzler.
I know. This one's pour one out for Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Sorry, I've gone off.
That was
Circular
really
Quay.
respectful from us.
It was actually.
That was quite
Well,
respectful.
Sizzler deserves it.
I think so.
So does
We've got a
Gordon
lot of
Tallis.
good childhood memories in Sizzler. Remember, you used to just be able to go get as much ice cream as you want. Soft serve too.
I made a terrible mistake my first Sizzler
Not
experience
surprising.
as a kid.
Not
So
surprising.
they were like, do you want the salad bar? And I was like, do I want the salad bar? Motherfucker, look at me, I'm 10. You think I want the salad bar? No thanks. No deal. I'm not having the salad bar. And then I realised what the salad bar meant.
Yeah, you messed up.
I got a single meal. And
Yep.
everyone else is helping themselves to
Yep.
an infinite supply of everything. I'm crying at the table because my brothers are all smashing
Yeah.
endless streams of ice cream. Mum and Dad can't say anything because
You didn't get the salad bar.
well, they're not going to tell you to not have food. They're paid for the salad bar. They're like, make the most of it. So there's Harry and Joe having like, I'm talking buckets of ice cream.
They've
And I'm-
got those KFC buckets.
Yeah, man. It's like when you go to 7-Eleven with a
Like a family feast bucket.
with a petrol drum and you fill it with fucking slushy. No, I was very upset. I didn't know, but I never made that mistake again.
Good.
Always
Learn
got
from
the
your
salad
mistakes.
bar. And now it's too late. I'll never get the salad bar again.
You'll never get the salad bar again. There will never be another Sizzler or anything like it.
Eating at the hotels is a bit like Sizzler. Not as good.
Not quite.
And
as
I didn't
good.
play footy before it. But
But they don't have soft serve. Soft serve ice cream.
Adelon, not soft serve, but they got very nice.
Well,
ice
everywhere's
cream
got
there.
nice ice cream. We're in Europe, mate. It's called gelato.
Gelato. That was about the most Australian you've ever sounded.
Yeah,
There's good stuff. I have red velvet whenever it's there
that's nice.
at Adelon. And I always feel so sick.
Have you got anything else to talk about Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma. That's where I started running, doing runs with Connor. I started doing runs in Oklahoma, going for runs, running, cardio.
I get it.
You understand me, right? You understand me, right? And we sort of fell into a bit of a rut. Old con job and myself. Bit of a low point.
Okay.
Bit of what's known as in the technical artsy world
Where's
as
this going?
depression.
What the heck?
Yeah, we were feeling pretty shitty. So we were just doing heaps and heaps of like physical exercise, and it was really good. I was feeling great.
Yeah.
I was getting amongst it, and I remember this one day. This is just like how good the penthouse was. It was like Chelsea was working in her room, working from home. Everyone else was gone on the weekends
Chelsea.
to work things.
Yeah, you just exposed Chelsea.
Oh, like they don't know.
She's gonna get fired because of you.
She better get fired. Chelsea, yeah, if Chelsea's boss is watching this, fire her. She deserves it. I love you, Chelsea. I'm kidding. She was like working from home, so she was busy. You and Laura were out doing something nice. Fiona was like back home, like working.
She had to go to work,
because
yeah.
it was like the weekend, and it was the most miserable weekend. Because we'd be like, "Hey, Chelsea, how are you?" And she's like, I would love to come and hang out, but I have to work." So she's in there working, and then we went for a run along the beach, and the headwind, like, I couldn't move, and then I went and I sat in the shower, I whacked on the milk carton kids, I sat on the shower and I just fucking cried because I couldn't run. I had to give up. I had to give up in front of Connor Hawkins.
That's right.
For anyone who knows Connor, do you know how embarrassing it is to stop running like 10 meters from him and have him turn around and throw his hands up like, what are you doing? That stuff, that hurts your soul, man. That hurts your soul. I don't know. That was kind of like the thing. That's why when James would come around, we had 2 beautiful nights where James Lennox came around the penthouse, and that's when we just got super, super drunk.
Oh yeah.
And it was good.
That might have been. Oh, that was the night that I threw up the Asian food.
Was it? Was it
Yeah.
all that one?
Because we were also drinking red wine that night. That's why.
Yeah, we kind of conflate most of our nights.
Well, it's hard when you're not conscious.
Yeah, and you drink most nights.
Yeah.
But we do you remember this is a great moment. It was so much fun. It was, just a bit of classic non-harmful segregation where all the
Sorry.
all the girls were inside.
Wait a minute.
All the girls were inside.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Because they were so loud.
Yeah, and they were
it
annoying
was
us.
I was going to say they would be, they had to be inside so that they
Nah,
didn't.
be straight up.
Yeah, they were fucking so annoying. And I was done with it. I was cracking the shit, so I went outside and had a cigarette. And then James came out. He's like, "Hey, you okay?" And then Connor came out. And he was like, "I can't be in there anymore." And then you came out. And you were like, "Fuck that, man." And we sat. And there's all the girls inside screaming, swilling alcohol, being insane. And then it was
just the gentleman.
It was a very gentlemanly
gentleman
discussion, and the boys were sat
just sat
outside, our red wines, oh yes, cheers, my good fellow.
Yes, notes of gentleman.
Yeah. You're getting hints of sandalwood, persimmon, and then we were talking about implications of all these social issues and the way that we
Yeah.
we sort of like get through and feel about just life, really. You know, mental health.
This
all
is
that
probably
sort
a
of
poignant
stuff.
moment to
It was
say,
lovely.
if you are struggling with mental health, reach out to us.
But don't talk to me about it because I don't care. No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Wow.
I couldn't.
I was doing a real wholesome.
I know
moment
you were, but I had to bring it back. No, yeah, that's
Reach out.
That's very true. It's hard, Yakka. I do it every single day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much having a little old wrestle with it. So yeah.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, most of us do really. You'd be quite shocked. Yeah, well there you go. A little nice thing for us.
There you go.
Give us a yell.
Reach out if you want a hand. We're
And
always
if there are any of the boys, any of the mates of ours, and you are really, really struggling with it, you better tell me. You better tell us. Because we are here for you, my boys. And if I find out that you've been struggling without us and the boys haven't been there to help, I'm going to come there and I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
I don't think that's helping.
With love.
Oh.
Obviously.
With love.
Because I love the boys.
Yeah.
And all the girls.
Well, yeah.
And the
Obviously,
people
but
of
when
the
we say
world.
blokes, we mean everyone.
Yeah. The boys at home is all encompassing.
I've got a new segment for the podcast.
You got a new segment for the podcast?
Yeah. You ready?
You ready?
Are you ready?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called I Bring Stuff to the Podcast That I Think Jackson Might Find Interesting.
Yeah, okay.
That's the title.
Is it a titty lighter from downstairs?
No, it's not. I've got it here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Come across, as I was scrolling through my socials the other day, come across a conspiracy theory on a musical which you've done. Right?
What?
This is a conspiracy theory about Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
Are you ready for this?
sure.
All right. So this is the theory. Seymour was a deranged schizophrenic, infatuated with his co-worker, who is in an intense but healthy BDSM relationship with Oren. Right? But he then hallucinates, this is obviously Seymour, hallucinates the plant is telling him to kill people. What do you reckon about that?
It's I think that's I suppose that's a it's more of the point of it.
You reckon?
That's the kind of idea of Little Shop, I think.
Okay, so you
Is
think it's
that-
more obvious.
I think that's a pretty
Not so much a theory, but that's more.
That's not like a far-fetched thing. I think that's obviously like, you know, the plant's real, but it can't do anything without Seymour. Seymour is the one doing it. I feel like it is like that's like trying to get his nasty points out there.
Okay.
Capitalize on his weakness.
Because the
as an
real
incel.
thing that I wanted to touch on was the BDSM relationship with Oren.
with Oren
Yeah.
and Audrey. I thought so. Sorry, I'll get away from the
actual meat of the
the
theory.
point of Little Shop of Horrors, and I'll get
Yeah.
on to were they in a healthy BDSM relationship?
Yeah.
I am gonna say no.
Well, hey. How do you know?
I don't think it was healthy.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's say everyone you can all the way that I prepare for a character and the way
Here
that I
we go.
prepared for Oren is I will
Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare yourself for pretension.
pretension. This isn't pretension. This is like basic. You take whatever is in the text. You take the data from the text. That way you can't be wrong. You're not making any shit up. So it's like any choice you make, you can't be wrong. It'll just be less or more effective.
Right.
And that's a really good way to start it. So at least my Oren, I would say, not good. I don't think any version of Oren should be a good guy. I don't think their relationship in any way, shape, or form was healthy. From what I was able to extract from the text, it's a pretty unhealthy relationship.
It's fair enough.
Maybe the BDSM part of it was healthy.
That's
and
the
that
only
was a
healthy part of it.
But like he was
Because
just
then the rest of it was abusive.
yeah, he was abusive in every other way.
Yeah. So he was cool in the bedroom, just not anywhere else.
Yeah, it spilled out beyond the bedroom. Maybe he was a very gentle lover, actually.
Maybe. Could
No
be the
BDSM
direct
involved.
opposite.
Yeah.
Maybe. You never know.
Could have been the thing, man. Could have been the thing.
I think he's in the role play.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What do you reckon he pretended to be?
Dentist.
He is a dentist. Yes, he's a fucking doctor, bro.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I get it.
He's the leader of the plaque.
Oh, no.
You think?
Oh, no.
You literally think that I've made that up.
Mate.
If you knew anything about Little Shop of Horrors, you know that's in the show. It's in the Dentist song. They sing it.
So I have something.
Oh, you just
It's empty.
Oh, it's empty. Would you like another one?
Yes. Now,
You already know.
as per
You already know.
the last episode, is there going to be something in this bag?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to find out what Kevy has supplied for us today.
This is a new segment.
Courtesy of the Brisbane Broncos. We love the Brisbane Broncos here, both massive fans, right? Let's have a little look at what Kevy has supplied for us today.
Show me.
Okay, just going to move
Oh,
that.
give me them.
Get a good shot. That's still got a bit in it,
Oh,
so I'll do
okay.
that. Bit of context before I open the bag.
What?
It is like 40 degrees.
Yep.
It's stinking.
They're hot.
It's really bad. It's worse than any other day. It sucks. It's like hazy out there. It looks like smoke. It's terrible. So, I thought summer drink, still alcoholic, Brisbane Broncos, Australia, something that might remind us of home. So, I've got for you
You got rum.
the Spanish equivalent of
You've got a Spanish equivalent of Bundaberg rum.
a cruiser, baby. It's called a breezer.
Oh, God.
It's a breezer crisp watermelon.
Oh, God.
It even has like the same design as cruisers.
That looks...
like they may as fucking well
That
be.
looks
I
disgusting.
brought a multi-tool in case they're pop tops.
In case you need it.
Yeah.
They are pop tops.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay.
136 calories.
Crisp watermelon. Bebida alcoholica aromatizada.
Yeah, mate. So, we're
Right.
just going to crack into a cruiser.
Breezer. No, a breezer.
A breezer.
I think
Get
you're
a
fine.
breezer out.
Okay.
Are you a fan of cruisers?
No.
Yeah, neither.
They take like lollies.
Oh, how's this one?
Have you never used a bottle opener before,
No, this
mate?
bottle opener goes the other way. Shut up, man.
Thank you. Let's taste this. Cheers.
Alright, cheers, mate. Who made beer the boss of summer?
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Oh, wow.
That's so sweet.
Oh.
Wow.
Fucking hell. Dan would like those, though. I
Dan
bet.
would like that.
Let's
Oh
just
my
call it.
God.
Oh, that's like... It's like seized my jaw up. Oh, what's in these? Fuck. Man.
Oh, you know what else I found the other day on social media?
What else did you find the other day on social media? Why did I say that like
I
an
don't
idiot?
know. There was a theater. There was a theater in New York
Yeah.
that is banned and stopped putting ice in drinks because it's causing distraction.
What do you mean?
As in, when they go to get a drink at interval, they're not putting ice.
What
In the drinks.
distraction though? How?
As in the chink, 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 like ice cubes against the glass.
Oh, in a glass.
Yeah, they've stopped
I thought
ice.
you had to have plastic cups anyway.
I don't know, man. It's America. They got guns and shit.
Oh, you're true.
So I think a little bit of glass in a theater is not going to do anything. So
Yeah, I suppose so.
yeah, no ice in glasses. So what happens,
Sure.
right, when it's summer, like it is now, it's 35 degrees. You're going to see a show. Those
Yeah.
old theatres, you reckon they got aircon?
In Australia or in Broadway?
Talking about America, mate.
Sorry.
God, can you get with the program?
Just don't look at me so upsettedly.
God, why am I still drinking that?
I'm back on my beer. Wait, do you think they'd have aircon?
I don't know.
What
But
show?
no,
What show is it?
I couldn't tell you the specific
No,
theatre
but what show do you reckon in this hypothetical?
that would ban it.
Yeah.
Ban the ice cubes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe something like... It'd be something pretentious.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's like a real answer. I reckon
It'd be
it's-
like a light in the piazza.
I reckon it's something dumb like, is something that's entirely sung through, where there's like no point in which ice on a glass would distract anyone. Like something with zero silence.
Light in the Piazza.
Light in the Piazza. Is that sung through?
I don't know.
Adam Gettel.
Gattel?
That's what I said. That's what
Adam
I
Gattel.
said. That's
Have you
what I
heard his
said.
stuff?
Yes, I recently started listening to his stuff.
I got given a song that he did.
Myths and Hymns?
Yeah.
Thought so.
I
know
can't remember
stuff.
the name of the song.
It'll be one of them.
Thank you. And it was so high. Oh my gosh, it was unhumanly high. I don't know how he sings it. Phenomenal.
He's a bit of a beast, eh?
Something different. I can't do it.
You can.
Maybe.
Just give it a go, man.
I'll try again.
Believe in
That
yourself.
was back in drama school days.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this is like this thing that I've missed. Everybody talks about like singing Adam fucking what? Gattel? Adam Gattel in there
Gattel?
like... Did I say that wrong?
I think the emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
Where is the emphasis supposed to be?
Gattel.
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 Is it Gattel?
I think so.
That's what I said.
I don't know. I'm lost.
That's
Let me
literally...
Google
I
it.
said Gattel. I said Gattel.
I don't care.
You're a prick. Anyway, Adam Gettel, I missed out on that. Because everyone talks about, like, in theatre school doing Adam Gettel songs and getting told off for it. Or not being able to do them properly. And then I'm only just hearing about him now. Where Sam Long actually showed me.
Gettel.
Untrue. Categorically untrue. I have sung an Adam Gettel song. I lied. I literally just lied. I told a fucking lie.
What?
I have sung I sung a song from Light in the Piazza.
Oh, yeah. Do you know he's the grandson of Richard Rodgers?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Sam Long told me because he's full of knowledge.
That's unbelievable. And you know Light on Piazza got a Tony Award for the best original score?
Really?
And the best orchestrations.
Well, there you fucking go.
There you go.
Adam Gettel's a bit of a fucking homie. Bit of a weapon.
I didn't know he was the grandson of Richard Rodgers. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's why he's so good.
I mean, he's got the talent. He got the bloodline.
Yeah. Which fucking...
What's your favorite Rodgers musical?
Probably...
You said Carousel, I'm going to cry, because that's mine.
It's probably Carousel.
You mother...
It's the only one I really know.
You don't know Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah. Oklahoma sucks. Fucking hate
We
Oklahoma.
just spent half an hour talking about Oklahoma.
It's such shit.
I think it's a good show. I think it needs a rewrite, but I think it's a good show.
Change up a couple of these.
I think the 1 hour 45-minute first act could give it a rest.
Yeah, probably. Hey, that's what I remember. My dad's one comment on Oklahoma was, yeah, band was good, easier to understand than that Les Mis shit. So that's good.
So eloquent.
Rodney's fucking put it lightly. That's the review in from the spotted cod himself. You know it.
Well, I think that's better than the Les Mis review.
His Les Mis review was, yep, that was, yeah, it's just good to see you up there. I don't really know what was going on.
You look like you were having fun.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like your parent being proud of their kid, I hope.
Here you go, I just found that.
What, how to say
Theatre
get
stop serving ice in drinks to prevent distractions during musicals.
It's fucking... What moron gets distracted by ice?
I don't know.
Are the audience getting distracted or the people?
Both? Don't know. This article was written on the 12th of July.
What year?
This year.
Just checking. just checking.
Well,
Well, I mean, I had to sit through The Revenant with some fucking cunt behind me eating a box of chicken crimpies. Like, I swear to God, that box of chicken crimpies lasted him the whole movie. He was constantly rummaging around it. Not good.
not good.
That's funny.
Tastes bad.
It's just get over it.
I know.
It's part of the theatre.
Look, we're starting to yammer on a bit.
You reckon?
Yeah. So I thought we could talk about...
You know what time it is?
You know what time it is?
Yes, it's time for me to talk about what I had for breakfast. I want to say, and I just want to throw this out there. I really do just want to throw this out there before we move on to the segment I know we're doing. When you're making bacon in a pan, right? I don't care if it's non-stick. You know, you don't need to put oil in it because it's going to give it itself. Butter. Put butter in it. And I'm saying I've tried lots of different butters.
I think as well eggs. Butter.
Eggs as well.
That's how you get non-stick eggs.
That's what I'm saying.
And you don't get that brown shit at the bottom.
Yeah, I've tried a lot of different kinds of butter for it. I do have to say mainland butter, so far, nothing has quite topped that.
Mainland butter?
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Why is that?
It's because it's made from grass-fed
Frisian
cow's milk.
That's true. It is the best butter
It's
in
creamy,
all throughout Australia,
smooth,
New Zealand,
tasty.
possibly the rest of the world.
Can't get it over here.
No, you can't. We're gonna have to
Might
find a way to
import
get
some.
it. Yeah, get it shipped over to us.
Spat down the mic.
I'm a big fan of mainland butter.
Me too.
Rightio. We've begun to ramble now, ladies and gentlemen, so it is time to
Talk
move on.
about Michael Ball.
Michael Ball, our favourite, our personal hero. We both love him so much.
So I thought it'd be a good place to start at the very beginning.
What was the first thing Michael Ball ever did?
You want to know what it was?
He was born.
I don't think he did that.
No, oh, you didn't.
I think
Okay,
his
never
mum
mind.
did that.
What did he do after that?
So in 1984,
George
after he
Orwell.
left drama school, you know what his first part was?
What?
It was in Godspell, mate,
What?
in Aberystwyth, which is actually where my grandmother's from, in Wales, on the Welsh coastline.
Is he Welsh?
What?
I don't know. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I know nothing about Michael Ball.
He's born in England, mate.
That's what I thought, but you said he was in Wales.
Yeah, that's where he got his first gig.
Oh, mate.
Mate, you got your first gig in Spain.
That's
Are
true.
you Spanish?
Si.
Muy.
Anyway, so he was in Godspell.
Yeah. And then he worked in Basingstoke. Imagine that. But his first major break was a star part in the production of Pirates of Penzance.
There you go. Isn't that where everybody makes their first big
Well,
break?
yeah, obviously.
I played a Pirates of Penzance song for Luca in the car
Yeah.
the other night.
Did he not?
He did not like it.
Well, I think Isolated to be very hard to listen to.
It's excellent.
Oh.
I really like Gilbert and Sullivan.
Why do I keep putting this stuff in my mouth?
I don't know, man. I haven't touched the shit.
I know.
I'm still on my Sam Miguel.
It's because it's given to us by Kevy.
Actually, you know what? True. Cheers, Kev.
And, but his first big role.
Who was he in Pirates?
It doesn't say, so he must have just been ensemble.
No. It's probably Henry or whatever.
But his first very big gig. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Marius in Les Mis.
You know it.
Yep.
With fucking... I'm pretty sure, please, can you educate me, who was Javert in that original thing?
Well, that is the original cast. So the original Javert
Yeah, what's his name?
might have been Philip Quast.
No.
No? Who was it?
No.
Do you know it, or are you just...
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty
why are
sure
you
I know
testing
it.
me?
I just want you to look it up, in case I'm wrong. I don't want to say it, but I'm pretty sure he's someone that I absolutely love.
Let me check.
Let's go.
Roger Allam.
Roger Allam, baby, let's go. I love Roger Allam. It took me a while. When I was listening to all the versions of Les Mis, I was like, fucking Roger Allam was the Javert.
Right.
He's the OG. He's in, you know that fucking show I talk about all the time, The Thick of It?
Yes.
He's in that. He's a big part in that. He's Peter Mannion, the opposition.
Right.
He's so fucking funny. That dude's a G. He's an absolute legend. More people need to like Roger Allam. Anyway.
You know my singing teacher when I was at drama school was in
No,
the
I didn't
original
know that.
cast.
Oh, were they?
Les Mis cast, yeah.
Really?
Mhm. in the ensemble, one of the students.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Why don't you see if his name's here?
Who?
My singing teacher,
Oh,
obviously.
I thought you were still looking for Roger Allen. I was
No,
like,
I
it's
know
just gotta
Roger
be in
Allen.
there. You don't know Roger Allen. You never met him.
No, I've never met him, but I know who he is.
I haven't met him either.
I don't know if I can actually find a complete list. Where is he?
What's his name?
Tony Pedretti.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, he's Italian, man.
Oh, really?
Did you know Patti LuPone was the original Fontaine?
No, I didn't. Really?
That's what it says here, man.
Where are you reading that?
A website called Overture.
Never heard of it. Never ever heard of it.
No. Neither.
Michael Ball might be the greatest talent known to man.
Obviously, that's a silly statement. Anyway,
Seriously.
I can't find anything on it.
I do love Michael Ball.
Yeah. But do you know he got glandular fever and took 6 weeks off?
The original thing.
Yeah, 6 weeks off.
Glandular fever, the kissing disease.
Yeah, man.
Who was kissing Michael Ball?
I don't
Probably
know.
everybody, I
Whoa.
imagine.
Then when he returned to work, he was suffering from fatigue and then on-stage panic attacks.
He said
That's unreal.
it must be like a prerequisite for performers to just be fucked.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I am a little bit. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like so many people. It's like you never hear about like office workers getting glandular fever, do you?
That's because they're not important.
They're hiring. Don't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. They definitely don't get glandular fever though.
I think they do. I think you just don't hear about it.
I've only known one person to get glandular fever.
Michael Ball.
I know 2 people
Okay.
now.
Right.
No, but I've personally known
What?
and seen it with my own eyes.
What?
It was a person, and she was
Good
a
stuff.
dancer.
Oh.
She's now an actor.
Oh.
So it's exclusively the performer's disease, apparently.
Right. Fair enough.
I'd probably say.
You got anything else insightful to say? Or are we done here?
I think we're probably done. We'll cap it off by saying big shout out to Mainland Butter.
Massive.
Best butter on planet Earth.
Mhm.
We love it. We love Mainland, don't we?
Yep.
Gotta love Mainland Butter. Secondly, Michael Ball, please, mate, get in contact. Come on the show. We'd love to have you on. You are a true hero. We've been following your story intricately for pretty much as long as we've been born. I know
Yeah.
pretty much everything there is to know about Michael Ball. You can quiz me. Next episode, you can do a quiz.
I'll do a quiz.
The Michael Ball quiz, and I'll get all of them right, I promise you. And last but not least, I just want to just reiterating on that point, handled a little bit indelicately from me, because it's just, I don't know, that's just life, isn't it? Keep on keeping on, you absolute troopers. Anybody struggling with the old mental health, keep it up, live, laugh, love, drink a breezer. And
Don't
yeah,
do that. It tastes disgusting.
yeah, it might make it worse. But no, all seriousness though, have a chat.
Reach out.
Reach out to someone. If not us, reach out to somebody. Have a good chat. Have a good chat with someone. Rightio.
On that note,
Love you, Mainland. Love you, Michael Ball. Love you guys.
we're out.
I hate you. You're a...
Goodbye.